What's up, guys? Hotshotfrontier back at it again with another video. And in this video, guys, we're gonna be discussing the market. Now, you know, the ban list came out last week and a lot of things have been changing, of course, because of that. But luckily, a lot of things have actually been cooling off. You know, the initial hype of certain things that did not get hit. So a lot of people, a lot of hype. Luckily, everything's been sort of cooled off for a little bit. But before we go ahead and get into all the tabs that I opened up for the market watch today, I just want to give a huge shout out to everyone that is supporting the channel. If you're watching this video for the first time, consider subscribing to the channel because we have a bunch of stuff we're doing, of course, by the end of this month and next month, deck profiles, more openings and stuff like that, etc. But let's go ahead and get right into the first card, and that is Unchained Soul Lord of Yama. So you guys know, Pac and his team won the YCS Sao Paulo. Jesse Cotton got first place. He won another YCS title with Unchained. So there's a lot of hype with this deck. And I think that going into this meta, it's really going to test where Unchained is. Is it the top contender? Is it early? Because, you know, before it was like Cash Tira. So this was a very good, like, whoa, where does that come from? You know, type of surprise. But now that Cash is gone, everyone could be mainly focusing on Unchained. So if they can handle the pressure, I think they definitely can be the top deck of the format. But time will tell, right? So this card is about 17 bucks, some actually 21, but I would consider getting this if you're going to be playing the deck. Some people play it at 2, you could play it at 3, but it really is up to you, and it's a very good card, honestly. I mean, think about the quarter century rares in this set, Duelist Nexus. They're pretty, slightly expensive, right? But as an ultra rare card, like non-quarter century rares, this is one of the highest cards in the set, of course, other than Revolution Synchron. Definitely a card I think worth picking up if you're going to be playing this strategy for sure. But let's go ahead and get into the next one. That is Abyss Dweller, specifically the ulti. So reason being is that now that Cash Tira is out of the format, right, technically, we're kind of going back into, okay, we can use our graveyards now, right? Well, no, because you can just go into Abyss Dweller. But I mean, you have to remember that D-Shifter's still in the format, so you gotta kind of have to like watch out for that, of course. And cards like Herald of the Abyss, but hey, don't take that from me, all right? But anyway, I'm actually looking for a copy of this. I'm just a little scared of buying it off TCG Player because, you know, when it says near mint, I don't know. But you might be able to trust like sales of people that have like 50,000 plus sales sometimes, not all the times though. But yeah, I mean, I would consider grabbing a copy if you guys want one. If not, go ahead and just grab the cheap ultra rare. I believe even supers, I think they even have commons from like an OTS set. But it's definitely worth having just to have in your deck because, I mean, if your deck can play it, of course, and have it in its end board and not really be affected by, its effect. But it's a very good card to have. And it's, again, look at that. It's very cheap. I prefer the gold rare. That's just me, but I know how some people feel about gold rares. Moving on, we have the Salamangreat of Fire. So after the ban list, this card shot up in price because pretty much Salamangreat was like full power again, which is kind of amazing to see. It's been a long time since it's actually seen that like full playability, but it has slowly gone back to how it used to be just because, people were initially hyped up about this, but you have to remember it still takes time, testing, and a lot of wins, of course, to give a deck, the cards in it to shoot up in price like that. So I think it was right to, if you didn't buy this card yet, to kind of wait. But if you do want to play the deck, I mean, they're going back down to at least the 20s, and that's kind of worth it, to be honest, because there wasn't much value out of the Legendary Duelist Soul Burning Volcano set, unfortunately. So this card's probably going to stick around 20, unless, I guess, again, salads do really well in the meta. But going on to the next one, we have the King Tiger Wagyu. So if you're going to be playing Branded Illusionist, they play this card. You only really play the one. I mean, for old common, you can get an old common or rare. It's not bad compared to the other cards. Imagine you have to like dump on a deck. So it's definitely worth, and it kind of restricts your opponent at the same time, which is not bad. So I would definitely grab your copy now rather than later, right? Moving on, we have the Bestial Despater. This card actually shot up in price. It's like 22, 23 bucks now. You guys remember this card used to be 13, 14 bucks before the ban list. But I mean, again, this card is just so good. It's revival for a light and dark monster from your banished zone. It's a monster negate. Like it's pretty good. I think that it finally deserved that price increase in this card. But I mean, come on, Cyberstorm access too. It's been a while since we have access to Cyberstorm access, so definitely deserves that price bump. Moving on, we have Peaceful Planet Galarium. This card's at a very interesting price right now because if you're going to be playing the Vanadium deck, you definitely need 3 of these, right? And the Hot Red Calamity did not get hit at all on the ban list, you guys know. So definitely a good opportunity to grab that. I can see this deck being a very top tier strategy for sure, but only time will tell. Moving on, we have the Despian Lilith. So this card actually surprisingly shot up. It doubled in price because this card used to be like $7-8, and now it's about 14-ish. I'm not too sure on the reasoning for this. I guess maybe pure branded. I mean, if you guys know, let me know down below, of course. But a lot of cards, I guess, are just going up in price from Cyberstorm Access. So if you definitely need any more cards from there, you want to go ahead and look now rather than later. Going on into, of course, Maze of Memories. It's very interesting to see Maze of Memories because we have Excel, Synchro, Stardust Dragon still around 30. People are a little skeptic of the, of course, format, but we have stuff like Solemn Judgment still at 32. I personally think that's a good pickup because Solemn Judgment, you know, historically has always done well for every single copy. And I know we haven't really been playing it as much, but I feel like we're slowly gonna get back into like that trap in the side deck format. And when we do, this card will be going up in price, mark my words. But nothing really more from this set. Like if you want your Baron at this point, you probably should just wait for the rarity collection because they will be reprinted in there, I believe, as a CR2 or like the similar like CR technology that they're bringing over. But I mean, nothing much other than that. Chimera's sort of down, $22, but honestly, if you look at the secret rare real quick, that's still actually $28. So yeah, I think a lot of decks right now are kind of like at that like sort of medium price because they're kind of like testing the waters out. You know, what are we going to do in the current meta? Let's see what's the best deck right now. Going on to Photon Hypernova, I noticed, of course, because Castor got hit, the Theosis actually went up a little bit in price. You know, if you're still wanting to play those type of decks, then the other cards are going to be going up because people still see like a viability with it. But I mean, time will tell if that really is the case, right? Big Welcome Labyrinth. I told you guys, you know, this is now $20 because the other cards were getting reprinted. So this is the only card that is like, this is the newest set of the year. So that's entire set's not getting reprinted at all unless they do a surprise reprint this year for some reason. But you really have to take a look at these cards like the Kashtira, the Rice-Off, of course. That card's not going to get reprinted, so really consider that. We have Gigantic Sprite. I mean, another card from Power of the Elements that did not get that reprint, unfortunately. And we see copies around like $7. So, oof. I mean, Sprite is still a very good deck. You can splash in so many engines too, so consider doing that. We have the Planet card, and of course, this card actually is going up in price. Now, I don't know if there's another reason other than tier limit hype, because tier limits can now play even more since cash has been nerfed, right? I mean, you could arguably say Tears is better than cash right now, and that's probably true. Now we have the Sleipnir. I noticed this actually is selling for above market price. I mean, Runic did completely skip the ban list in terms of any cards getting banned or hit. So now people are like, all right, let's kind of go ahead and try to use the new support card, and better yet, use the QCR for it, because it was only about like $27. So yeah, now it's got bought out to about 40, but we'll see. Kind of like, I'm interested to see what people are going to cook with this card. It's going to be pretty interesting. Moving on, we have Magicians of Bonds and Unity. This card is still down in price. Now you're saying like, what, $130? That's down? Well, yes, because it was like 180, close to 200. So, and this is going to be like the first of many cards where it's going to have the same, of course, card art, but different colors. So I believe the next one for Age of Overlord is yellow, and the next one's probably like red or blue, you know? So it's gonna be like a nice collection you kind of collect, but we'll see how many people are gonna be doing that because there's so many QCRs to collect, right? Oh, we have Crimson Dragon, the QCR for this. I definitely want this eventually. I'm just trying to find a cheap price, but I mean, you can argue this card will actually go up if, you know, the Hot Red Calamity type of combo is like very hype, or people use, of course, Crimson Dragon to summon something else. So we'll see what happens with that as well. Going on to the Fenrir's, again, like I said, Fenrir's are about $15-16 right now. It's much better because it, like, what was it, a few days ago, it was like 20s. People were freaking out. So this is your best chance to go ahead and grab your playset now. Now, if you're trying to grab that ulti playset, I don't know. Honestly, it was at 30 before, and we may have missed our windows, okay? Because, oh, actually, wow, about 40, 45, not bad. I actually wanted to go and buy them, but I was like, oh, let me just hold off. And yeah, that was a mistake because they sold for like over $100. It was crazy. But I mean, hey, if you want to buy it, get them now, get them now. Moving on to the last thing, and that is we have for Amazing Defenders, the Rescue Ace cards. Of course, Hydrant is up. It's about $40 now, which is pretty crazy. And the CR, wow, it's actually $120. It actually passed the Pearly CR, which is crazy. wow, I mean, Fire Ace might be the best deck in the meta. We'll see what happens, but let me know down below what you guys think, of course, of the Market Watch. Be sure to give this video a huge like, comment down below your favorite card I talked about. What do you think? What deck are you playing this format? Let me know, of course, down below. And if you guys are not subscribed to the channel, what are you doing? Make sure you hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you're updated the moment I upload new videos. But guys, that's it for me. Hope you have a great rest of your day or night, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.